Hello folks, Meteorologist Jamie Kagol here. We're going to take a look at the forecast, which will include part of our weather impact alert that we do have the chance for some thunderstorms as you go into the later afternoon, evening hours, and specifically around the Twin Cities. Looks like dinner and later could be our next round for thunderstorms. We had some showers earlier today, which we'll take a look here momentarily, but we do expect to see storms redeveloping for this evening. Heavy downpours along with potential for some strong and severe storms. And really the threat that we're going to be most concerned about will be hail, especially looking into west central Minnesota. As we talk about the tornado threat, we just don't have the shear, the rotation to really have a strong thunderstorm generate a tornado, but we can have some thunderstorms that have a little bit of life to them. And again, we're talking primarily threat of hail. Again, 1 inch in diameter. Notice that the threat drops off a little bit as you move towards the Twin Cities, but I certainly would not be surprised if we see reports of pea-sized hail, maybe even some marble-sized hail. And as far as the wind's concerned, again, it's not going to be a big threat, but don't be surprised if you get a couple of good blasts of wind with these thunderstorms. But again, hail really is going to be our primary concern with these, along with that just real intense downpour. As we talk about Friday, our threat is going to be dropping to the south and southeast direction. We have a cold front that's going to more or less just kind of meander through tomorrow, and that's going to take more of the focus for thunderstorms to the southeast Minnesota and parts of western, southwestern Wisconsin. Here's a look at the 24-hour precipitation. Again, some real intense thunderstorms late last night in the overnight hours in parts of western, southwestern Minnesota. But you notice how the rain drops off to the east. Those thunderstorms were outrunning that high humidity that they live off, and they ran into some of that drier air. If you remember yesterday, it felt pretty nice outside, but we had low dew points, which means low moisture, which means you're not going to have a whole lot of fuel for those thunderstorms. Here's a look at the past 12 hours. And again, you can take a look, watch what comes in the southwest part of the state. We just had some big rumblers roll through and again, just ran out of fuel. And what we've been left with has been just mostly cloudy skies, maybe a few stray showers out there. Expecting to see temperatures begin to climb in parts of the Dakotas and western Minnesota. And as temperatures start to climb, it primes the atmosphere for the next round of showers and thunderstorms. So there's our cold front right now, and that's going to be dropping in and moving through the region slowly. But tomorrow it will be a little bit closer to us. And like I said, as it drops to the southeast, it's going to take the focus of those thunderstorms with it. High pressure that's been in control of our weather pattern has been drifting to the southeast, and that's allowing low pressure to move across. So here's a severe weather outlook today. Up to about St. Cloud, kind of butts up against I-94 for that slight risk, level 2 of 5. And you notice for the Twin Cities and western Wisconsin, it's marginal. So again, not as likely to have severe thunderstorms around here. Probably going to have a couple of isolated thunderstorm warnings in west central Minnesota. Tomorrow, everything drops to the southeast. And again, we're really concerned about the hail potential. Here's your microcast. Rather uneventful for the next couple of hours, but 6 o'clock, again, could see some thunderstorms lighten up parts of southeast Minnesota. But here come our isolated cells popping up, again, where we have that sunshine. Get into 5, 6 o'clock, we'll be watching the radar for that activity. And then notice how the dynamics play out in our atmosphere. And we start to see an elongated area of isolated thunderstorms. Gets all the way up to about the Grand Rapids area. Earlier today, it was looking like it would be a little more west to east, but now it's looking southwest to northeast. So for folks in northern Minnesota, we could see some thunderstorms in that direction. Maybe not necessarily severe weather, but some strong thunderstorms. As you go into the later evening overnight hours, again, here comes our chance around the Twin Cities. Western Minnesota still seeing some thunderstorms, but again, you lose that daytime heating, you lose those temperatures, you lose the instability, and things quiet down. Go through Friday, again, rather quiet. Get into the afternoon hours, here comes some of the heat, and you'll see a few isolated cells popping up west central Minnesota, maybe up around Brainerd, Duluth area. This will be what we watch for as we get into those evening hours, those isolated storms there. Those are the ones that could have a little more punch to them. And talking about those dew points and how they've been relatively high and climbed a lot in the overnight hours, take a look at this. It is going to be soupy next week. Air you can wear, we call it. Dew points up around 70 degrees. Dog days of summer feel. Temperatures are still going to be above average. So get ready for a hot, humid stretch of weather coming our way. That also increases our chance for rain. There's more fuel. There's more heat. better chance for showers and thunderstorms. So as we go through Sunday, especially into the evening hours, and Monday, that's going to be our next probably good chance for rain around the Twin Cities metro area and even southern Minnesota. We'll keep an eye on what develops later on because that heat and humidity is not going anywhere. So all we're going to wait for is a trigger mechanism to kick that off for us when we talk about the chance of rain. Right now, Tuesday and Wednesday just look, again, hot and humid. Those will be two operative words we'll use. But our scattered rain later on this evening, some of those afternoon thunderstorms for tomorrow. But I think our coverage area, the number of thunderstorms, drops off for tomorrow. It's not going to be as eventful as this evening could be. Get to Saturday looking pretty good there. And then for Sunday, we'll watch those evening hours. We'll watch southern Minnesota. We could have some storms coming in from that direction. That should set us up for some rain there on Monday. Rain we can use. And like I said, get ready for that hot, humid, sticky, muggy weather as we get into much of next week.